Hello everyone, Matt and Jerome with StudyKIK. Excited to talk to you today about how you can list your studies centrally with StudyKIK. We have a lot of pharmaceutical companies coming to us now requesting information on how they can get started with StudyKIK. A lot of times we have research sites that have been recruiting your study, most likely, or similar studies to yours, and typically that's how a lot of sponsors will get in contact with StudyKIK. Today I want to talk to you about what that looks like in getting started with us, what is included when you list centrally with StudyKIK, and some of those benefits. So, Jerome, walk us through how sponsors can initially reach out and get started with us.
Absolutely. I think the best part of listing with us centrally as a sponsor or a CRO or a media buyer if you're managing the campaign is that we give you a comprehensive sponsor portal, right?
Exactly.
This is something that the sites don't necessarily get. They have their own portal, which is great, and they can log information, but you get a comprehensive portal where you can see all of your sites and see complete visibility. You can view patient notes in a blinded fashion, right? We take out all the patient contact info, but you can view why patients aren't qualifying, where they are in the process. Are they in call attempted, or are they actually randomized at the site, which is a huge benefit. You can see our sites using text messaging and email marketing through our system, or are they just kind of making phone calls? So you kind of get more insights on what's happening with your campaign.
Exactly.
So that's a huge benefit. Downloading reports to take into your next meeting and things like that.
Exactly, and I think the beauty of that is also when you're getting started with StudyKIK, chances are a lot of your sites have already been working with StudyKIK in the past, and they already have a StudyKIK portal. StudyKIK works and is implemented daily on a daily basis in over 1,600 research sites just in North America alone. We also have a complete European division, many sites over in Europe as well, and also parts of Asia Pac. So depending on your trial, chances are a lot of your sites are already using StudyKIK and have a great experience. And typically what happens is we would just add your new enrolling study into their portal, but you'd be able to manage that through that centralized portal. You will get up-to-date, real-time updates on whenever a patient is updated, pre-screened successfully, consented, or randomized. That's completely comprised of you, and you can actually pull that data day or night, whenever you need. You don't have to rely on sites or maybe a different company that's having to pull that data for you. Second of all, you'll also have a project manager that is going to be designated to your study from the StudyKIK side. They're a complete resource to you. This is something that you do not get when your sites are listing on a site-by-site basis, right? We will give you a project manager, and we don't charge extra for this, and they'll be able to be the person that will walk you through any touch points that you need, whether it's through the research sites, whether you need additional reporting, adjustments done, maybe onboard a new site, take off a site off the current campaign, whatever it may be, they are your main resource.
They're going to be intimately familiar with not only your protocol, but just your company process, how you like to work, and who your sites are, because we have so many good relationships with the sites who have their own site managers, but this person is kind of be the glue and bring all of that together for you, which is great. The other thing I wanted to touch on as well is the pre-screening capabilities at a central level.
Probably one of the most important aspects of the whole thing.
Is huge. For site support, I mean, you can log in a lot of times and tell, if sites aren't responding as fast, maybe they have a lot of studies going on, maybe somebody's out of town or something like that. We actually offer comprehensive support for your site. So we have a call center that's owned by StudyKIK, and we have a complete plethora of information that we can walk through on the different protocols. So we'll break down the protocol, figure out what the best pre-screener is. If you have an existing pre-screener, we can use that as well too, which is great. And we can kind of consult you on that. Once we're comfortable with the pre-screener and it's IRB approved, our staff will be trained on that, and then we will text and call patients for your site. When the patient's qualified for that specific protocol, we will warm transfer them over to your site live and give them a really good qualified pre-screened patient.
And the whole purpose of doing this is really to streamline what sites are having to do, Your sites are busy. They're enrolling many trials at once, not just your own trial. So what we want to do is make sure that every patient that is coming through and being processed through the StudyKIK call center, we're making sure that, one, they meet the criteria of your protocol, A lot of times even sites like to do an additional pre-screen. We're not trying to take that away from them. If you have sites that are experts at pre-screening, all we're doing is pre-qualifying that patient, We can get as general or as specific as you like on that pre-screener. That is included in every study listing, We want to make it as easy as possible for those patients to come in, qualify for your trial, and then be sent to the site, We will do that live transfer that Jerome talked about. We will literally call the site with the patient on the phone after they've passed that pre-screener, and we do an introduction, a very personal introduction to that research site of the patient. All the information that was taken on your pre-screener is already uploaded into the StudyKIK portal that your sites are utilizing on a day-to-day basis. So when that patient gets sent over to the site and they actually get contracted with the site there, the site will then be able to actually pull up that patient notes and be able to review all the notes that we just took through our pre-screener, which is fantastic.
And again, as a sponsor, or CRO, you're able to log into your portal and see all the notes that we took for that specific patient. Again, patient information is taken out, but you're able to see the blinded notes on Did they qualify? What's their BMI? I mean, you can really get a granular level on who these patients are, what sites are performing the best, what areas are performing the best, is text messaging working, is email marketing working, so it's a great insight.
And probably the most important aspect of listening essentially with StudyKIK is that we will now offer on most studies and most indications, we will offer you a guaranteed number of pre-screened patients based off of your IRB approved pre-screener. Right? And this is probably one of the most important aspects of this, right? We really want to let you know that based on our experience, right, we have the largest social communities in most patient indications. We are having over 35,000 new patients come in through StudyKIK into a different clinical trial every single month. Because of this experience and us pre-screening thousands of new patients every single month, we have a very good reach into the types of patients that we'll be able to send to meet your protocol and send directly to your research sites. And that's the most important aspect. We'll actually put that in the contract. We will guarantee a number of patients for your trial.
And I think that's why sites love working with StudyKIK, is because we're not trying to send them a huge number of patients to call and pre-screen themselves and try to figure out if they're qualified on this granular level for your protocol. We're going to send them very, very good quality patients, and they can add that to their database and hopefully get them enrolled into your clinical trial.
Exactly right. And the last thing is that StudyKIK is one of the only companies that have our entire process completely approved by most centralized IRBs, right? So from a study startup perspective, we are very easy to get up and running, right? We have everything documented. We can have everything to you within 24 hours if you like, in terms of what the portals will look like for all the sites, all patient-facing information. We've worked with every IRB essentially that there is, even including some local IRBs as well. And so we have all documentation to be provided for a very expedited review. And upon that, we'll have your study up and running, right? So if you're interested, please feel free to reach out. If you already have information on us, we're happy to kind of get a little deeper into what exactly we're going to be offering from a guarantee perspective and the timing of the enrollment. But really what we want to convey is that we are so motivated to enroll your clinical trial and make sure that your sites are motivated as well to take in the patients and really make sure that each one of those patients that we are qualifying get into your trial in a timely manner. So we look forward to working with you, and thank you very much.